One Zambia, one nation. This is the Zambia News and Information Services, Zanis News. I am your presenter, Henry Himonde. The headlines. Zambia Fresh to construct a vegetable market. Paramount Chief Chitimkulu against home-based deliveries for pregnant women. And youths assured of more resource centers. And now the details. Zambia Fresh has set aside 14 million United States dollars for the construction of a modern market for fresh vegetables and fruits. Lakson Makoza reports that the construction of the market is expected to start this year.
Smallholder farmers that are trading in fresh farm produce in Lusaka's big markets, such as Soweto, have for a long time faced challenges when selling their produce at open markets. Middlemen often fix the price and also determine the commission to get after sales of the produce. This has deprived small-scale farmers of realizing the full benefits of their hard work. However, the sad state of affairs is about to change in favor of the farmers. Zambia Fresh has secured 7.5 million United States dollars funding meant for the construction of a modern formal wholesale market for fresh fruits and vegetables.
Our facility is sited in Lusaka South M phase. It's an 11-hectare site on which we are developing our facilities. Our initial building is a 6,500 square meter high volume facility. It will contain a number of internal facilities. It will have 2 large general cold rooms, plus 6 fruit ripening rooms.
The National Association for Smallholder Farmers of Zambia is excited with the news as it will benefit its members in the country.
From the news that we have got may do to the Zambian smallholder farmers is that it will improve on the quality that some of the stakeholders have complained about, but also it will improve on the incomes that the smallholder farmers will be having.
BIZ founder and Chief Executive Officer Ivan Singoma says the coming of Zambia Fresh Open Market will enable farmers earn decent cash to better their livelihood.
Various producers out there, they scale up the production, knowing very well that our goods will have a decent market and will also be paid without any headaches.
The construction of the much anticipated open market will take 1 year to complete and works are expected to start in September 2022. For Zanis, I'm Lakson Makoza.
In Northwestern Province, Provincial Minister Robert Liefu has assured the people of Mufumbe District that government will find ways of ending court litigation over the ownership of Kalonga mine, which have dragged for over 10 years. The minister made the assurance during the Ntongo traditional ceremony. We have more in the following report.
With an estimated lifespan of 15 to 20 years as indicated by exploration works done so far, Kalonga mine in Mufumbe District is reported to be one of the few mineral reserves with high-grade copper in Africa. Unfortunately, ownership disputes have continued taking different turns, with litigations from high to supreme courts and vice versa, while the local people anxiously hope to receive benefits from the God-given resources. With the recent change of government in Zambia, Chief Chizela hopes to see these litigations come to an end.
The Supreme Court had pronounced several times on the ownership of Kalonga mine, and on 4 occasions it has been in favor of Euro Africa Kalonga Limited, who are in partnership with Mushiko Mineral Resources. Despite the ruling from the Supreme Court, we have seen the High Court again repeating what Supreme Court finished. Now that we have a determined government with a vision to take Zambia to high heights, we expect this government to end these litigations that are unlawful.
And Northwestern Province Minister Robert Liefu has pressed government support to end the litigations.
This government, your government, under the leadership of Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, has taken note of all the challenges that you have been going through in the past, and that will be the past, will not repeat itself.
The partnership between Kalonga Africa Limited and Moshiko Resources is indeed a demonstration of a desired foreign Zambian-owned investment, which is in line with the government approach to development.
Why are we here to stay? Because we are the only mining company that is working in partnership with the local people. So we want to work with the local people as directors and shareholders. That is what we pride in, and that's what we know this new Dawn administration desires to do for our country.
For Zanis in Mufumbo District, I'm glad on Goma.
In agriculture news, the Department of Fisheries in Milenge District has advised farmers to diversify their agricultural production as a means to increase income. Acting Milenge District Fisheries and Livestock Coordinator Kafue notes that crop diversification is one way farmers can become income secure in the wake of unpredictable rainfall patterns. Linda Mpemo gives us details in the following report.
The harsh weather patterns recently experienced have led to crop failure and income insecurity among farmers. It is for this reason that experts have taken advantage of the 2022 Milenge District Agricultural and Commercial Show to urge farmers to diversify their agricultural production. Earlier, Milenge District Commissioner called on farmers in the area to embrace value addition.
Because once you start adding value to the produce, your product or your produce definitely will have also market, and it can be also sold in other areas, not locally.
Meanwhile, a farmer practicing organic farming in Milenge wants his fellow farmers to follow suit.
Hapa kwa 13% mpia ndebo mfya ifima local products fina ndebo mfya na banapanga ndabale sambikano ko ina bale ina ngamwa tumo nefe ndemo neka teti mushibeno kushiba tu muntu wa perform mubiri ule moneko waterera bwino waterera why shibomfya sana ifya ama chemicals bomfya ifya natural.
The District Agricultural and Commercial Show was held under the theme Innovation Through Technology. Linda Mpemo, Zanis, Milenge District, Lopula Province.
In Northern Province, Geoffrey Piri reports that Paramount Chief Chitimukulu of the Bemba-speaking people is advocating for bylaws in his chiefdom that will increase awareness on the importance of health care-based deliveries for pregnant women. The Paramount Chief made the remarks during the commemorations of the Safe Motherhood Week. We have more in the following report.
Maternal mortality remains a major public health concern in Zambia. Statistics show that about 700 women in Zambia die every year due to preventable complications from pregnancy or childbirth. Many of these cases are a result of home deliveries and delays by expectant mothers to go to health facilities. Paramount Chief Chitimukulu, who hosted the Safe Motherhood commemoration at his palace in Mungwi, is advocating for women to be delivering in health facilities.
Northern Province lost 71 women who died due to childbirth. 6 out of the 71 deaths happened in our communities following home births. Others died at the clinics and hospitals because they did not arrive at these facilities in a good time. As traditional leaders, we need to come up with bylaws that can help us to reduce the number of women that give birth at home.
Northern Province Minister Leonard Mbao, who graced the event, reiterated government's commitment to ending maternal mortality.
Safety of women during children's birth, coupled with the provision of quality maternal, newborn and child health and nutrition services, is a prerequisite for strengthening the healthcare system and making progress towards effective universal health coverage. This is in line with the UPND manifesto.
The United Nations system in Zambia and other cooperating partners also attended the event.
Cooperating partners acknowledge the key milestones achieved by the government of Zambia towards universal health coverage, particularly ensuring women, newborns and children have access to quality essential health care.
One of the survivors encouraged women to deliver in health facilities. Geoffrey Pili reporting for Zanis in Mungwi.
And now to Southern Province. Choma Museum and Craft Center has taken Samulia Momba exhibition in schools to allow pupils learn its significance to the political history of the country. This is in preparation for the second Samulia Momba national event, which was declared a national heritage by President Hakainde Hichilema. More in the following report.
With only 3 months before Southern Province, and indeed the country at large, holds the second Samulia Momba celebrations after President Hakainde Hichilema declared it a national heritage site in October last year. Choma Museum and Craft Center has put up exhibitions in schools to allow pupils learn its importance to Zambia's political history.
Ideally, we've had these exhibitions mounted at Samulia Momba Historical Site. So we thought instead of keeping these exhibitions in the museum, we thought we should take them to the learners, because we feel this is history that they may appreciate, but it's not in their school curriculum.
Njose Girls Secondary School in Choma is one of the beneficiaries of these exhibitions.
There's so much richness in Southern Province. There's so much good history that has not been taught. We thank Choma Museum because they have given us a platform to understand the hidden, the untold history of the other part of the great nation we call today Zambia.
Speaking on behalf of the pupils, I would also like to assure you that even as you leave these things in our school, we're going to take time in those 3 days and learn everything that we need to know about them. Thank you very much.
Rebecca Tembo, Zanis, in Choma District, Southern Province.
Zanis News continues. Government plans to construct fully fledged resource centers across the country. Ministry of Youth, Sport and Arts Director Davis Munga disclosed this to the youths who graduated from Moyo Resource Center in Nalolo District in Western Province. Sifue Mwangala now gives us the details.
The development of any country depends on the productivity of its population. The youth form part of the productive members of society. This is why government wants to establish more viable youth resource centers in the country to empower more young people with life skills. Addressing over 160 graduates from Moyo Youth Resource Center, Youth and Sport Director Davis Munga says the resource centers can help resolve many of the challenges faced by young people.
The government of the Republic of Zambia is aware of many challenges faced by the youth in the country, such as unemployment and underemployment, which skills training can aid. It is against this background that the government of the Republic of Zambia has plans to establish at least one fully fledged youth resource center in all the 116 districts in the country in order to reach out to all youth in the country and offer quality skills training to the never been and the out of school youth.
I wish to call upon all the youths in the district to focus their energies in building the future and turn challenges into opportunities that can improve livelihoods. There is need, therefore, to improve productivity, creativity, and innovation in youth enterprises.
And a 19-year-old youth who was studying general agriculture called on girls to enroll at the skills center in numbers.
I'm encouraging girls out there to join us so that we can work in hand. I really thank this organization for giving me an opportunity to show my talent here in Moyo Training Center.
The graduation ceremony was held under the theme Reducing Youth Unemployment Through Skills Development. Sifue Mwangala, Zanis in Nalolo District, Western Province.
In Central Province, some unemployed youths in Serenja District are creating employment for themselves through cooperative. Cliff Munjile interacted with the youths and brought us the following report.
When others are busy roaming the streets, longing for white-collar jobs and engaging in illicit activities, These youths in Serenje district are making a difference. They have formed an agriculture cooperative aimed at creating employment and income for members through sustainable agriculture. The cooperative is engaged in gardening, livestock production, among others. Kondwani Sakala is chairperson for Tiritonse Youth Multipurpose Cooperative.
Serenje Tiritonse Youth Multipurpose Cooperative is a cooperative that is meant to empower youths into agriculture. We engage into vegetable farming, where we grow vegetables. They take less than 3 weeks to grow, and we're able to sustain our wages through that, pay our wages to our employees.
As Minister of Agriculture in Serenje, we are impressed with what the youths are doing here. Because normally you find that the source of seedlings is a challenge for those that would want to go into vegetable production. Now that the youths are able to produce this is good for the farming community. Even for just backyard garden, people can come and buy seedlings from here and go and plant at their respective homes. It's also a source of employment for the youth. Again, we are saying this is a very good idea.
Able to at least generate an income from the little that we are able to do. Of course, the agriculture has actually helped me in many ways, because at least I don't have to worry on how I'm going to feed myself. Because of the agriculture which I'm doing, I'm able to also maybe pay rent. At least I'm also developing myself.
Cliff Mwanagombo Munjile, Zanis News, Serenje.
Thank you, Cliff, for that report. Now, in Kapirimposhi district, the Member of Parliament, Stanley Kakuwo, has donated 450 pieces of blankets to the district health office. The blankets are meant for distribution to health facilities across the district. Carlos Wunda covered the donation and gives us more in the following report.
A mother admitted to Kaprimposh Urban Clinic complains after being subjected to carry linen from home due to shortage of healthcare linen at the health facility. This scenario is, however, commonplace in many other health facilities in the district.
We do have the challenge of blankets that we cannot run away from. Our patients here and even at the district hospital, they don't have enough linen actually to cater for all the patients. And even when linen is there, when you wash, we don't have enough to supplement what we have washed. Especially looking at the cold season now, it's quite cold, so it will take a few days for them to dry. And if we don't have enough to supplement, our patients end up with a challenge of blankets.
To cushion the shortage of healthcare linen in these health facilities, Kapirimposhi Member of Parliament Stanley Kakuwo has donated 450 pieces of blankets to the district health office.
This is something that was born from the patients themselves. Because sometimes the blankets they find are torn. Sometimes there are no blankets at all because they are so few. So Dr. Kalumba was just sharing with me to say that if the linen and the blankets are washed, we don't have enough stock to replace what has gone into the laundry, especially under cold conditions like this. Gawawasha, it takes as long as 3 days. It means even the donation we've made today is not enough. We need to do some more. And we need to take more linen and blankets in the rural areas.
The district health office is delighted as the donated blankets will provide relief in the provision of health care.
We are really grateful because we have been crying over blankets, we have been crying over bed sheets. If you go to the hospital, the situation there is not favorable, and it's not very nice to see patients shivering in this cold weather, and really there's nothing you can do sometimes.
Carlos Wunda, Zanis, Kaprimposhi.
And finally, on Zanis News, the local authority in Lusaka has been grappling with ways of getting rid of uncollected garbage in the central business district. Ngosa Chanda reports that authorities are now calling on a change of mindset and responsibility among street vendors and other traders.
Traders in the capital city of Lusaka are to blame for the filthy state of the business centers, a situation that is a ticking time bomb for waterborne diseases. Some areas that include parts of a central business district, Lumumba and Chachacha roads, Kamwala trading area, and some markets across the city are currently a health hazard following the piling up of uncollected garbage and mass littering. A check by Zanis in the business district center revealed that Lusaka Central Member of Parliament, Mulambo Ahimbe, is indeed aware of the piling up of garbage in town.
The issue of solid waste management in the Central Business District is not it's not unique to the Central Business District of Kalonga. If you look at the entire Lusaka district, we have a challenge with solid waste management. And you're quite right, there is need to find a sustainable solution. In the interim, what is being done, we recall that about 2 months ago, His Excellency the President was actually in the Central Business District conducting a cleaning exercise as a way of sensitizing the public about the need to have a clean environment from which they operate. Because this solid waste that you see in the Central Business District is actually being generated by individuals who trade in the Central Business District, and they need to be responsible. Even as we come from our respective homes, we need to be responsible in how we manage solid waste.
Disposing of waste indiscriminately and failing to subscribe for waste collection goes against the solid waste regulation and management. Reporting for Zanis in Lusaka, I'm Ngosa Chanda.
That report by Ngosa Chanda brings us to the end of Zanis News, but before we go away, let's take a recap on our top stories. Zambia Fresh set to construct a vegetable market in Lusaka. Paramount Chief Chitimukulu says he's against home-based deliveries for pregnant women. And youths have been assured of more resource centers across the country. Thank you so much for staying with us on Zanis News. On behalf of the entire news production crew, my name is Henry Himonde. Remember, we are one Zambia, one nation. Until next time, it's goodbye for now.